Hello everyone, and thanks for checking out our channel, where it's our goal to create a community of informed traders and investors by sharing technical analysis and collaborating together to ace the charts. We look forward to working with you, so let's get started. Looking at SPY again on the weekly time frame, we've been watching this bounce play out for some time, and notice that we have another green candle. This is the 6th green candle in a row, and the bulls closed the week strong again. And notice that they also closed above the 20-period simple moving average, which is also the middle Bollinger Band. Keep in mind that anything on this bounce less than 280.40 is just a lower high on the weekly time frame. In order to change the trend on the weekly time frame, the bulls will need to set a lower high compared to 280.40, pull back, set a higher low, and then break to a higher high. We know we're going to get a pullback at some point, but we haven't seen signs of that yet. Notice that we are going to meet quite a bit of resistance here at the 280 level. We have a bearish cross of the 12 and 26 period exponential moving averages to be concerned about. However, we did close above the 26 period EMA. So if we can break a little higher and then pull back and maintain these EMAs as support, that would be a good sign for the bulls. Let's take a look at the daily time frame now for more clarity. On the daily time frame, you can see the very clear higher low pattern, and our last higher low level of support is 261.79. Notice that we have a bullish cross of the 12 and 26 period exponential moving averages, and the bulls are maintaining the 12 period EMA as support. Our resistance to watch is the high of Friday, which is 271.20, and then above that at 271.22. So we will be watching this range right here on the daily time frame. As long as the bulls maintain the support of 261.79, they will maintain the daily uptrend. Let's zoom in now to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see the daily support level that we mentioned, and you can also see that we are getting a bit extended on this time frame. So we're expecting some consolidation here, and the bulls ideally would like to hold this 12 period EMA as support. So any consolidation back to these EMA levels is healthy in my opinion. Let's zoom into the hourly time frame. On the hourly time frame, the bulls are maintaining the uptrend with our last higher low level of support at 268.95, and the resistance level is the high of Friday at 271.20. So we will be watching this range going into Monday morning. As long as the bulls maintain this level of support at 268.95, they will maintain the hourly uptrend. If we lose the hourly uptrend, we will then look for further consolidation on the 4-hour chart. If you look here, you can see the potential for a head and shoulders pattern with our left shoulder, our head, and then potentially we could form a right shoulder and fall to lower lows if we cannot break the resistance level of the high of Friday. Let's take a look now at XLF, or the financial sector. XLF on the daily chart, our very clear higher low level of support to watch is 25.71, and the resistance level is 26.17. So we will be watching this range. Notice that we have been trading within this range for about 6 days now. We have a bullish cross of the 12 and 26 period exponential moving averages on the daily time frame, and the bulls will want to maintain this 12 period EMA as support. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame, you can see that our last lower high is at 27.47. So anything on this bounce less than 27.47 is a lower high on the weekly time frame. Let's take a look now at XLK, or the technology sector. XLK on the daily chart looks a little different than the financial sector, as it has already broken to a higher high since the last higher low. The last higher low level of support is 64.26, and the bulls will want to maintain that on the daily chart. Resistance level is the high of Friday at 67.03, and then above that we have another resistance at 67.12 to look out for. We will be watching this range going into Monday. Notice that the bulls have a bullish cross of the 12 and 26 period exponential moving averages on the daily time frame, and the bulls will also want to maintain that 12 period EMA as support. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame, you can see that anything on this bounce less than 69.71 is just a lower high on the weekly time frame. So just like SPY, the bulls will want to set a lower high, a higher low, and then break to a higher high to change the trend on the weekly time frame. Let's take a look now at IWM, or the Russell 2000. IWM, another very similar chart with a bullish cross of the 12 and 26 period EMAs. Higher lows, our last higher low level of support to watch is 145.37, and resistance is the high of Friday here at 149.68. So this is the range we will be watching going into Monday, and the bulls will want to maintain that 12 period EMA as support. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame, our last lower high is right here at 154.48. So anything on this bounce less than 154.48 is a lower high on the weekly time frame. Let's take a look at QQQ, or the NASDAQ 100. Triple Qs on the daily chart, and you can see that we actually broke to a higher high on Thursday at 168.99. So 168.99 is our resistance level to watch, and our last higher low level of support is 160.99. So that's the range we will be watching going into Monday. And notice also that we have an inside bar here that we formed on Friday, and I think it's very likely that we form another inside bar on Monday. So we'll be watching the break of the inside bar of resistance or support for further clarity. Notice we also have a 12 and 26 period EMA bullish cross, and the bulls want to maintain that EMA as support on the daily time frame. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame, let's find our last lower high, and our last lower high is 173.31. So anything on this bounce less than 173.31 is just a lower high. Let's take a look now at the VIX, or the volatility index. Looking at the VIX on the weekly time frame, and the bears are in full control as we are making lower lows and lower highs. Our last lower high is at 22.02, and then we fell to a lower low at the end of this week. Our next support level to watch is here at 15.94, and then below that down here at 11.10. So if we break 15.94, we will look for further consolidation on the weekly chart. Let's take a look at the daily time frame for a little more clarity. On the daily chart, you can see the support that the bulls will want to hold that we mentioned earlier at 15.94. If we get a bounce here, we will be looking to set a lower high compared to our last one at 20.42. In order to change the trend on the daily chart, we will need to set a lower high compared to 20.42, pull back, set a higher low, and then break to a higher high. If we set a lower high and fall to lower lows on the VIX daily chart, we will then look for the SPY daily chart to have bullish continuation to the upside. Let's look at US oil now. Looking at US oil on the weekly time frame, we were watching for the psychology of this inverse head and shoulders pattern to play out, with our left shoulder, our head, and then our right shoulder. You can see we consolidated, pulled back, and then broke through the neckline here. And when we dumped, you can see that we don't have much resistance levels above us now on the weekly chart after breaking through this neckline. So let's zoom into the daily. On the daily chart, resistance levels above are here at 57.93, and we have another one above that at 61.26, and our support level on the daily chart is 51.36. So that's our range we're watching right now, and the bulls will want to maintain this 12 period EMA as support. Notice we have a bullish cross here of the 12 and 26 exponential moving averages. So let's see if we can get continuation and head up to the resistance level of 57.93. Let's take a look now at natural gas. Natural gas on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are falling to lower lows and lower highs. Our last lower high is at 374, then we fell to a lower low. The bulls will want to hold this support level here at 275, and then we have another one below that at 270. Let's take a look at the daily chart. On the daily time frame, you can see the support levels that we drew. If we get a bounce here, anything less than 318 is going to be a lower high on the daily time frame. So in order to change the trend on the daily time frame, the bulls will need to set a lower high compared to 318, pull back, set a higher low, and then break to a higher high. Thanks everyone for checking out our channel. If you find these videos helpful, please click the like button and subscribe. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers so we can continue to create more free content. Also, if you are interested in helping us build a community to collaborate together, click the link in the description of this video to sign up. It's free to join, so do it today and let's work together to ace the charts.